We've arrived at the camp for the night.
There are only a handful of places on Earth where you can sleep inside a dormant volcano, and Haleakala is one of them. Over the next 3 days and 2 nights, I'll be backpacking through Haleakala with 3 of my friends. We saw some of the most diverse terrain and saw some of the most epic views I've ever seen. But the trip wasn't all that easy.
Are we really doing this?
The tent is flooding. It looks like we're walking into an abyss.
The summit of the volcano, which is where the hike started, is over 10,000 feet. So even though it's a volcano near the beach, altitude sickness is a real concern. And to make things even more challenging, the weather is wildly unpredictable, with the most microclimates I've ever experienced in one place. We landed around 3 p.m. and immediately started running errands. We picked up the rental car, checked into our beautiful seaside hotel, and then went to pick up some rental gear at an outdoor shop. I learned 2 important things at the store. First, if you have to go number 2 in the Haleakala National Park, you're supposed to go at the designated pit toilets. This made me a little bit nervous because who knows what the conditions of those will be. Second, they're not sure if there's water at the campsite, which means we might have to carry at least 10 pounds of water per person just for the whole trip. After we went to the store, we picked up a quick dinner and some snacks at Target and started the process of packing and unpacking and repacking. We woke up around 7:30 a.m. and started the day by picking up some delicious pastries for breakfast and then some spam masuvis for lunch. And then we started the 1.5 hour drive up to Haleakala National Park to start our hike.
Are we really going?
Weird cutting this thing.
Where are you cutting it?
So
Down if any of the rest.
We stopped multiple times along the way to help acclimate to the elevation. I was actually a bit anxious about the elevation because, to be honest, I didn't do my homework, and that meant I didn't do any altitude hiking prior to the trip. And in the past, I haven't had a great experience with elevation because I tend to get headaches easily, and I can't imagine what that would feel like if I'm trying to carry a 40-pound backpack and trying to manage a headache at the same time. Okay, well, I'm glad that the catchment tanks have water and we don't have to bring here the first day and then go like this right to here. I was actually kind of surprised by how quickly we were gaining elevation on our way to the park because the drive didn't feel that long for how much elevation we were gaining. So we're at the visitor center. We're waiting for our friends to drive the car to the end of the trailhead and they're gonna hitchhike back.
Yeah, we sent those 2 because they're the prettiest. They're more likely to get hitchhikers than us.
Is it good? That's gonna help you poop.
Cheers.
So in the meantime, we just waited around and walked around and laid around. It was pretty fun to chill before the 10 miles of hiking we had to do today. I'm saving my energy.
What are you doing?
Where'd you go?
Huh? Huh?
So belligerent. Woo! Our hitchhikers are back. Before we continue with the hike, let me introduce all the friends in this video. This is Catherine, TJ, and Fetty. And of course, yours truly.
Oh my god, it's so heavy.
God, what the fuck?
Oh, it's really heavy.
We're gonna start the hike now.
Let's go.
Yay! Today we're hiking from the summit to Paliku campsite, which will be about 10 miles. After getting our hitchhikers back and going one last time to a real bathroom, we were able to finally get started with a hike around 12:30 p.m.
I can't believe we finally made it here.
1 mile.
1 mile down.
How do you feel about the hike?
Good. It's amazing. Beautiful.
How do you feel about your first backpacking trip?
The backpack is pretty heavy.
So this is...
It's pretty heavy.
Oh, I already got some.
It already hurts.
How do you feel about the hike?
I guess it's too late to say. Are we really doing this?
Haleakala is home to the silver sword plant, which can only be found inside the Haleakala crater at over 6,500 feet. It is highly endangered and it lives between 3 to 90 years old, and it only blooms once in its lifetime, and afterwards it dies. I actually didn't know about this unique plant until I got there, and all my friends were taking pictures of the silver sword plant, but it was so incredible to see so many of these unique plants thriving in this barren, hot climate. I feel like my pack is sitting on the top of my glute. It's very tight.
Oh.
A little bit sweet.
Yeah.
Even though the ranger said there would likely be water in the catchment tanks at the campsite, we were a little bit nervous about the availability, so we packed quite a bit of water, which was around 6 to 7 liters per person, which should be enough for about 2 days. But this also meant that our packs felt extremely heavy and we were just getting started. So it also felt like that we needed some time to adjust to the size, weight, and duration of carrying our packs. So this meant that we were hiking pretty slow, taking lots of breaks and also lots of pictures. And I mean, our speed was probably just under 1 mile an hour.
It looks like we're walking into an abyss.
You are walking into a volcano.
So we started right up there this morning. We hiked quite a bit of elevation, but it's all been downhill. There isn't really a real path anymore. It looks like barren. The outhouse at the campground. It looks like this. You open the door. Looks like this. There's toilet paper. And the view from the bathroom is pretty amazing. Maybe the best view you'll ever have while going to the bathroom. We found the end of the rainbow! This is Peak Hawaii. Right here.
Experience.
We finally made it to camp. We're gonna set up the tent and then make dinner, and then we can finally chill. So cold. I have all my layers on now. The rain jacket, puffer, mid layer, base layer. Wow, our tent is flooding. So I've moved to the other tent. So this is the situation. This is a 2-person tent, and we have 3 people here. We'll see how this goes, and if we survive the night, we'll report back tomorrow morning. Okay, good night.
Bye.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The tent is shaking so much, it feels like it's gonna fall over because it's so windy.
Hopefully Catherine is alive.
Packing up.
Hi. No, I'm really tired right now. I was like fighting in there to keep the tent in shape. The tent is gonna collapse out. What? Yeah. Because of the wind? Yeah.
Breakfast ready.
Maybe I need breakfast.
Alright, we're gonna go check out the outhouse slash pit toilets now. Let's see how they look. Here it is. There's a lot of flies. Oh, so many flies. Alright. At least there's toilet paper. And a pretty nice view. Day 2. Go team!
Go team!
Woo! I'm ready.
That was good. You didn't even lie.
That was pretty good. It's good. That was
The wind
good.
threw it. Okay, now wait, let me underhand throw one. Shit.
After an evening of rain, spirits were pretty high to start day 2. We spent a couple hours just hanging out at camp, eating breakfast and drinking hot chocolate and coffee, getting ready, packing up, and cleaning before heading out. It was such a beautiful and sunny day, and we were excited to just be able to spend the whole day making our way to the next campsite. We stopped for a nice long lunch about 3 miles in after we found the spot under one of the few trees we could find near the trail. We also got lazy and just ate a ton of snacks instead of an actual meal.
Tamale, salami, turkey pepperoni, vegan chickpea snacks, and some Parmesan crisps.
Luxury. Since a lot of our sleeping gear got wet from the rain last night, we took a lot of it out to dry, kind of like we were airing the laundry while we ate lunch.
That's pretty nice.
Right?
Yeah. Landscape here is so bare. It's really different from what we had this morning. We're almost there. Should be about 1.5 miles to 1 mile left.
When we got to the bottom of the Haleakala campsite, we filled up some water bottles that were going to get filtered later today.
Now we've arrived at the camp for the night. Hopefully this tent doesn't flood tonight. We will find out.
And when we got to the campsite, we actually couldn't figure out which spot was ours, so we ended up taking a random spot that looked big enough to fit both of our tents. And we were trying to look for a spot that gave a little bit of shelter so our tent might not get that flooded or knocked over by the wind again. It started drizzling basically as soon as our tents got set up, so we cooked and ate dinner in the rain and proceeded to start hiding inside our tents for basically the rest of the night.
Do you see the stars?
A little bit. Alright, good night. Day 2. Ready. Good morning. We're gonna go see the sunrise.
We tried to catch the sunrise, but by 5:45 a.m. the sun was already up. Initially, I was a bit disappointed because I thought there wouldn't be that much to see. But once I got outside and took some time to slow down and really take in the views of the surrounding mountains, I realized what an incredible place we were in. There were completely different views from 3 sides of our campsite. It was also at this moment where it hit me that I was inside a volcano, and it's kind of crazy that the Haleakala crater is this vast and it has this much life. I felt so grateful to be here and to be able to have this experience. After enjoying the sunrise for an hour or so, we got back into our sleeping bags to take a quick nap.
Having coffee while backpacking is such a luxury.
I'm gonna zoom in on my face.
I can.
No thanks.
The sun is out.
Our drying system. I had to dry my toilet paper because it got wet last night.
After walking through so much diverse terrain, I kept thinking, why couldn't the rangers just have the campsite be somewhere more dry? But then one of my friends mentioned that if the campsite was in the desert part of Haleakala, then there wouldn't be enough rain for the catchment tanks to have water. And then I realized that made a lot of sense because water's pretty important and it helps a lot that we didn't have to carry 3 days worth of water for this trip.
All right, we're ready for day 3. Let's go!
Let's go!
Wow, that was great, guys. Good energy.
The last 3.9 miles of the hike.
Woo! Yay! That's
I think we
the
just walk up.
hike we're doing today.
Can you see
It
the
looks
lines?
so hard.
Can you see the lines?
Yeah.
Nice.
Where's the top?
That on the right side.
Oh, there.
Wow. That's where we're going today.
Let's go.
Wish us luck. That's where we're going today. And it looks pretty hard.
Oh, guys. What? 1 mile already? 1 mile. It's so good. I didn't feel like, felt like 500.
Break is over. Time for the switchbacks. Going steady up the hill. It's really beautiful though. Look at the view.
The weather in this part of the volcano had crazy microclimates. For 100 feet, it would be sunny, and then we turn the corner and it would be drizzling. And then it would go back to being sunny and then drizzling back and forth.
Ooh, raining again. Can't believe we started at that white hut this morning. Wow, the weather is crazy. It's sunny here.
This was supposed to be the hardest part of the hike, but I think it ended up being not too bad. We definitely took a lot of breaks and took our time to take pictures and eat snacks, but I actually quite enjoyed it.
Aw, cute. We are almost there. That's the top.
This part was so fun to have been able to FaceTime some of our family and friends.
We found 4 bars of reception at the top of the mountain. So everyone took a FaceTime break. And now we're gonna continue on our hike. 1 more mile.
And I feel like it just brought us so much extra joy and energy that carried us through the last stretch of the hike.
We can see the parking lot. Woo, we made it to the parking lot. Yay, we did it. We did it. We are alive.
If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Even with all the weather changes, I really enjoyed backpacking Haleakala. It was such a unique experience to be inside a volcano and be able to experience all of its diverse terrain. And I think I made some new friends along the way.
Oh my god.
It is gonna be so fire.